We ask you to please remove your hats and stand if you are able. Presenting the flag tonight for the Canadian Mounted Police Central Region Flag Parade. With us this evening to perform the national anthems is Forte, Toronto's gay men's chorus.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes
ALCS, you got the Mariners and you got the Blue Jays.
Looking forward as the Blue Jays try to tackle the series.
Definitely not the way they want to be starting this ALCS.
for him to have his secondary touch is going to be huge, because he's not going to be given a rope to go 7 innings. You dream of it, but he won't be.
There was a slider that he took to this Seattle lineup in Game 3, and the lineup that'll face off in Game 7 looks like this. It is a little bit different. Josh Naylor moves up a spot and bats third. He's been the best hitter for the Mariners. Get him one spot higher in the order. And then the other change is down at the bottom, where Victor Robles, who was benched after Game 3, is back in there for the first time.
Yeah, this is he swung at a lot of first pitches, has Julio Rodriguez, and you know he wants to make a moment and stand out. He hasn't gotten a hit in that leadoff spot. What a time to start getting going in one game where nothing previously matters.
Quinn Walcott behind home plate says play ball. Fasten those seatbelts. Off we go in Game 7 with ball 1 from Shane Bieber. Rodriguez homered against Bieber in Game 3. He then singled against him. He does not have a hit since. 0 for his last 12. On the ground, and there's a hit to snap the skid. Into the corner. Extra bases for Julio Rodriguez to start Game 7. And there is your first star making an impact.
There's a moment, and you know the guy that's coming to the plate, he's beat up, tired. He's hit some homers, but what he's got on his mind is drive him in. Get him over, drive him in. And in Game 7, whoever gets that first third of the game really puts the manager in a nice spot from a decision-making spot. And man on second, nobody out. Seattle must score this run against an offense that is pretty darn good on the other side.
Cal Raleigh drove in more runs than anybody in baseball this year. Stands in there. And it couldn't end the way that it went last night. That can't be the final note in this record-setting season for Raleigh. Struck out 3 times, committed an error. That's the first time in his career he's had a game like that. And it just wouldn't be right for that to be the lasting memory for a guy who's hit 64 home runs. And a 1-0 from Bieber. Raleigh swings and misses.
That's the one thing they've been doing a good job of, getting the ball inside. And then every once in a while, once they've established inside, they can climb the ladder. And so missing that barrel where he's trying to get out in front, hook the ball, and oh boy, that was it. Hook the ball and get it in the air at least to get Julio over to third.
Boy, a good throw there makes that interesting. Yeah. The Mariners had the magic of getting the late home runs to get to within a win over the World Series, and then they could not have played a whole lot worse than they did last night with a chance to go to the World Series for the first time. 3 errors, 3 double plays they hit into, way too many strikeouts. Here's a bouncing ball that will go just foul. And so 1-2 on Raleigh. Now the slider against the Yankees for Shane Bieber was not good. He lasted just 2 2/3, but he brought it back with a vengeance. Had a bunch of swing and miss.
Yeah, he made great adjustments. Even broke in his curveball. And that cutter was a big pitch also. His feel for pitching is so good. And we talked about it a couple starts ago on how Tommy John, one start you have it, one you don't. This one was not one of those good sliders. Early on, he's been flat, and then for whatever reason, he's connected later in the game.
Here's 1-2 to the dumper. This is outside, and it's 2-2. This is one of the best swing and miss pitches in baseball the last 2 months after he was activated and had those 7 whiffs on 12 swings against a swing and miss lineup that is needed to run into him to win games. Nobody's hit him out more than this guy. 2-2 on Cal Raleigh. Full count. It was 2-0, 3 batters into the game in Game 3 against Shane Bieber. Rodriguez took him deep. He went into the dugout after that first inning, though, having given up a couple runs, and said to his hitters, guys, I got my good stuff tonight. Stick with me. Get me a few. I got you. And gave up just 2 base runners the rest of the way. His 3-2 is ripped down the line foul.
Always interesting. The crowd's in an anxious place. They're the home crowd. They want to see a 0 go up so badly and then not watch their offense try to take the lead. And obviously on the road in Game 7 that you could do the opposite effect and just dim the crowd's excitement a little bit with another big hit.
Here's another 3-2 from Bieber. It's a fastball to finish him off.
I mean, that's a great pitch to a great hitter. Tied him up inside and established an incredible at bat that he got him inside conscious. And then I said, when you can get him inside conscious, you can get him up out. And he did.
Raleigh unable to advance the runner. Josh Naylor comes up, takes ball one high. The Mariners have hit more home runs than the Blue Jays have in this series, but the Blue Jays hitting .297 in the postseason. The Mariners hitting .215. They've struck out twice as much, and the strikeout means they don't get the 90 feet here. Naylor's been their best hitter. He's been the exception to all the swing and miss and the low averages. Josh is hitting .484 in his last 8 games. And he moves up tonight and bats third for the first time as a Mariner. On this 1-0 pitch from Shane Bieber. Naylor grounds it foul.
Same approach. Crowd him with cutters and sliders and then try to get him to chase up, which he did in Seattle, and he got a swing and miss on a strikeout. And then the cutter he got up, he was able to ground out to second base.
We talk about this team needing the big hit. Well, we got the Game 7 shoes, by the way. Talk about him needing the big homer, but if there is a guy in this lineup you can count on to give him the simple big base hit, it would be Josh Naylor. They rode to that winning streak in September, helped them win the division. It's a thing, by the way, these gems. Need to get you some for the World Series.
I might sport some of those.
Your bedazzled tie. Ball and a strike on Naylor. Bieber stares at Rodriguez and fires, missing away with a change.
Well, I saw Seattle go through their pregame. They looked loose, throwing the football, doing all the things you got to do to get ready for a Game 7. But then once you get in between the lines, there's the emotion of this game and slowing that heartbeat and playing baseball. Easier said than done.
Shane Bieber, who is 30 years old, he's in his 7th season in the major leagues. John Schneider talks about trusting him, and you can see why it's a personality you can trust.
Yeah. No, you got to have that mindset. Look, you might give up a run or two, but it's not the end of the world.
Ground ball right side past Guerrero. Here comes Rodriguez. Barger has a cannon, but the throw is late, and Seattle is on the board in the first inning of Game 7. Josh Naylor drives in Julio Rodriguez, and the Mariners take advantage of the leadoff double.
Yeah, that is a big run. That's only their 5th run produced not by a home run with runners in scoring position. So they rely on the long ball for sure, but that hit right there got them a run they could. When you get on the road, you want to get ahead and again dim the crowd, which is going to be electric.
The last time they played in a winner-take-all game, Game 5 against the Tigers, this was the hero, Jorge Polanco, 15th inning, walk-off hit. Has not been the same lately, though. 0 for his last 12. Here's an 0-1. Polanco takes a ball. Got off to a good start in this series as well. Had 4 hits, knocked in 5 over the first 2 games. The 1 for 13 beginning in Game 3. Since he's moved to the DH, he was playing second base, and there's something to the idea of getting into the rhythm of being a position player versus killing time as the DH. But it's something he did throughout the year. Van Wilson before the game shot down that there was any tie to that. Welcome to the time of year where everything becomes a story. Shane Bieber, who's given up a run in the first inning in all 3 of his postseason starts. He'll try to make this one more like Game 3 than it was against the Yankees, where he never could find it. Down the corner here with a change. Evens the count 2-2.
A lot of off speeds in the times that Shane Bieber has thrown to Polanco. Only 1 fastball so far. Everything else off speed.
Long pause. Naylor dancing over there. 2-2 in the dirt. Good pick by Kirk. Josh Naylor, if you happen to be just tuning into this series late, is, besides being a good hitter for average, a good hitter for power, he's a stolen base maven.
He is.
21 out of 21 since going to the Mariners.
I think you got to send him here and trust that the ability to put bat on the ball by Polanco is pretty good. You got to send him and get him in motion.
On a 3-2 pitch. Check on. He's the second slowest runner in the major leagues. Only Alejandro Kirk, the catcher for the Blue Jays, is slower. Yet the intensity that he runs the bases with, studies the pitchers closely. He's been perfect. He's not going. Here's a bouncing ball left side. Cut off by Clement. The third baseman hits the runner. They get the out at second, but they won't get a double play. Wow. Onus is on Clement to avoid the runner. Naylor didn't do anything to go out of his way to have that throw hit him. And so the inning continues. Well, I don't know that he didn't do anything. In fact, I changed what I said. It's a jump into the throw, and I guess John Schneider, upon seeing it a second time, there does have a case.
Well, they teach you to make the guy get down. You throw right at him, and he turned his back and actually kind of jumped. So.
And the entire umpiring crew getting together here.
I mean, right here, you just throw right at them. And normally they slide and get down. This was not slide and get down.
Yeah, and as long as you're not making deliberate contact with the throw, you're not going out of your way to deliberately contact the throw. And you could make an argument that that's what that is, even though it's also, that's kind of what you do when you're getting out of the way. Rarely does an umpire make that call. But they are going to say that he did go out of his way. And it's an interference on Naylor. So a double play finishes off the inning.